ever studied so hard for an exam and you walk into the exam hall, your mind goes blank and it seems you've forgotten everything? Then you want to sit down, you notice you started sweating, your tummy pinches you, and all of a sudden you feel like peeing. If these instances sounds familiar, then you've had exam anxiety. Exam anxiety can be a good thing because it shows that what you're doing is important. However, too much of it can hurt you because it has the power to derail weeks and months of hard work. This means that it is very crucial to learn how to overcome this exam anxiety and fear so you can face your exams with your head up high. Let's get to it. Hi everyone, what's up Clevy Nations? Welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Clevy and I'm all about sharing my experiences through medical school and life by giving you tips that has helped me each step of the way. Welcome to episode 2 of Ace Exams Like a Boss series. If you didn't watch the official kickoff where I talked about the 10 mistakes you should avoid to score high in exams, please do so because you definitely don't want to make them. This is episode 2 and this entire series is dedicated to you and all your struggles with exams. You can check out the whole series so far by clicking on the cards right here or by checking my description box because the link to the series playlist is right there. Subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon to get notified for every single video. You don't want to miss one because we are doing a huge giveaway and you have to watch every video, and I'll give you the details to enter at the end of this video. Many students experience exam anxiety and fear. The truth is, it can strike before, during, or after an exam. In fact, a little nervousness can actually help you perform your best. However, when this distress becomes so excessive that it interferes with your performance on an exam, this is known as exam anxiety. Exams are often considered a fear factor among students. Exam fear is a common thing you can find in every student who is going to attend an exam. They undergo this exam phobia when exam is around the corner. Let me tell you this, in my school, any student that falls sick during exams time, we always say the student is suffering from exam sickness. Like, yeah, it can be funny, but at least we knew that a student can actually get scared of exams till they actually become sick. So we know what exam fear can cause and we know what this exam anxiety can do to us. Excessive fear can make it difficult to concentrate and you might struggle to recall things that you have studied. According to ADAA, the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, symptoms of exam anxiety can be physical, behavioral, cognitive, and emotional. These symptoms can vary considerably and range from mild to severe. Mild symptoms include rapid heartbeat, fainting, sweating, avoidance of the exam situation, low self-esteem, and so on. Now, while the severe symptoms are becoming physically ill, remember our exam sickness, dropping out of school, feeling of hopelessness and feeling helpless, and so many other severe symptoms out there. For many students, it can be a combination of things. I'm going to go over some of the causes and talk about how to overcome it. You feel that you're unprepared for the challenges the exam presents. If you didn't study or didn't study well enough, this could add to your feeling of anxiety and fear. So the best thing to do here is to prepare. That means studying for the exams early enough from day one, so that when it comes to the exams week, you feel prepared because you've been preparing for this the whole semester. Don't wait until the night before. I'm so glad that I made an entire video on how to study effectively. In this video, I talked about how you should always use practice questions after studying so you can know the areas that you don't understand and should improve on. This way, you're able to know your gaps, and after doing this well, you will know that you're now fully prepared for any exams that comes your way. Be confident. If you feel confident that you've prepped thoroughly, you'll feel even more confident walking into that exam, or being prepared will boost your confidence, which in turn will lessen your exam anxiety. Remember that proper study habits and preparation are the keys to cutting out exam fear and anxiety. A lot of students feel like they have to do absolutely perfect on exams. Avoid the perfectionist trap. You don't need to be perfect. Don't feel that you need 100% in an exam. but instead say you need 95%. Bear in mind that I'm not asking you to lower your standard, but what I want you to do is to be realistic with yourself. Know your goals, work as hard as you can to achieve those goals, but don't expect absolute perfection from yourself. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. Knowing you've done your best and you've worked hard enough is really all that matters, and not perfection. This happens especially when we have a history of poor exams outcome. If we failed one time, we tend to see a trend coming and we think we are going to fail again. Everyone knows that failure is inevitable every once in a while. But of course, we're humans. We'll always want to remember the time we failed than the ones we passed. I want you to know that the outcome of any particular situation is determined by the factors that went into it. What do I mean by that? It means that if you should change the factor, now in this case it is, if you change the way you study, if you change the way you prepare for an exams, you'll definitely change the outcome. And what is the outcome in this case? Your result, the grade you have in an exam. I want you to always remember that if you change the factor, you change the result. Whenever you find yourself thinking you're going to fail again, always ask yourself the reason why you failed the last time. Is it because you didn't study effectively? Or you procrastinated and read at the last minute? Or you did one of the mistakes in exams that I mentioned in my last video? I want you to know this so you don't repeat the same thing again. As I was telling you the reasons why you might have failed the last time, you can notice that I'm also showing you the videos I made about them. So make sure you go watch all these videos, because this channel is dedicated to helping you succeed in school. Hear this, you're not defined by your past successes or failures. Remember that failure is a great teacher and it's a better one than success. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notified so you don't miss one of the videos in this series or on my channel. Students rarely know what to expect in an exam, so those who suffer from this exam anxiety and fear can already see their grades suffer as a result of this. What do I want you to do here? I want you to always make the exam as much of a known quantity as possible. How can you do this? Number one, recreate the exam's conditions. When you want to study, you could go to the classroom where you'll be taking the exams and study there. In case where you'll be studying is not your classroom, you could just go to the exam environment. By seeing the setting beforehand, this helps your brain be at ease, which reduces the exam's fear and anxiety. Number two, recreate the type of questions and time constraints. Do this so that when you're actually taking the exam for the first time, it will feel as if you've already done it before. Try looking for old exam questions and practice with them. Number three, ask your lecturer for the exam details. By no means am I asking you to go to your lecturer to ask what he or she will set in an exam. That's not what I want you to do. Some of the lecturers are willing to tell you their area of concentration. So that's what I want you to also go and ask. Just ask for the area of concentration. What topic will the test come up? What topic and what topic are we expecting in the exams? Some of them are willing to tell you. Also ask about the format of the questions. If it's going to be multiple choice questions, that's objective. If it's going to be essay styles, if it's going to be theory, if it's going to be subjective, those are the type of questions I want you to also ask. You could also ask them how long you're expected to complete the exam and what materials are allowed in the exam hall. Some lecturers will tell you you don't need pen, some will tell you you don't need pencil, some will tell you there is no calculator, you don't need a calculator. But knowing this will help your brain be at ease. This way, you're going to overcome that exam anxiety and the fear you feel. Just do your best to make sure that exams look like a familiar old friend when you walk into the exam hall and face it down on that day. That's what we are going for. Most students fear that the exam they have to write is the determining factor in who they are going to be and where they are going to get in life. And they get very scared. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. I also felt this way when I was writing JAM. And I know a greater number of you will not understand what JAM means, because I checked my YouTube analytics and it showed me that only 9% are Nigerians, the remaining 91 are not Nigerians. So I have to talk about JAM in very few sentences that you can understand. I know we all have that exam in our country where you have to write, and if you pass a certain requirement, you'll be admitted into university, polytechnic, or college. That's what we have in our country. And in my own country, Nigeria, this exam body is called JAMB. Every secondary school student or any student who wishes to go to university must write this exam first, and when they've passed and reach a certain requirement, then they'll be granted admission to study in the university or college or a polytechnic. With what I've just explained, if you have any other exam body in your country that is similar to this JAMB in my country, just leave it down in the comment section below, because who knows, you might be helping someone that wants to come to your country to school. So make sure you write down the exam body and the requirements and what is needed to pass it. You don't know the number of students you might have helped by dropping down that comment. This JAMB exam is always written yearly and is written just once in a year. And so if you fail this year, you're waiting till next year to write again. I wrote this JAMB 3 times. And I wasn't even that scared my first 2 times, but it was the 3rd time that I had so much exam anxiety and I have so much fear. As in, I felt it. It was everywhere within me. I was like, if I fail this, I would never become a doctor. If I fail this, I would never become a medical student. If I fail this, I don't know what will be. But I saw it as the be all, end all, the alpha and the omega. We've all had that situations. I've had my own fair share of this exam anxiety, and especially this fear of the stakes. The fear that that exam was going to determine who I was going to be and where I'm going to get in life. But the truth is, it's not. One exam does not define you. I know I've shared a little bit of my story in this video, but I wanted to hear the whole story, so make sure you check out this video right here where I motivated you and most importantly shared my story on how I failed so much in the past, but I didn't let that define who I was. I had to use that as my driving force to become who I am today. I wanted to let that fear make you stronger and not weaker. I know you can do it. Let that be your driving force. Once you understand and realize this will lessen the exam anxiety and the fear that you feel. One thing that goes hand in hand with exam anxiety and fear is stress. So in my next video, episode 3, I'll be talking about how to deal with stress during exams. I really hope these tips have been able to help you with the anxiety and fear you feel about your exams. And don't forget that as part of Ace Exams Like a Boss series, we are doing a huge giveaway where 2 winners will be asked what they need in school and one of their needs will be met. To enter to win this grand prize, all of the details are in the description box below. Check that out and make sure you follow every step. Don't forget to watch every single video and follow me on Instagram. The more you enter, the more chances you have at winning. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notified so you don't miss one of the videos in this series or on my channel. New videos every Saturdays and 2 Wednesdays. Let me know what you think of episode 2 and comment your major takeaway. If you liked this video, you definitely click on these 2 playlists right here. Clevy Nations, I can't wait to see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed. I love you. Thank you for watching.